All right, greetings everyone. Welcome to the fourth part of the video for section 6.4, finishing up our studies of solving trig equations, or solving simple trig equations. We'll do more of these later. All right, so our last problem we work on is we're asked to solve 3 times cosine of 2t plus 1 equals 2 for the first 3 positive solutions. And this is something new we have not seen yet for the first 3 positive solutions. So I'll come back to what that means. The other thing I see here is that inside of our trig function, we have that 2t. So we're going to again use a u substitution here. And maybe not, because that's not working. Let me try this. There we go. So we'll say u equals that, which means we can then rewrite our equation as 3 times cosine of now u plus 1 equals 2. And we'll start by solving this the way we know how. We'll subtract 1 from each side. So then we end up with 3 times cosine of u equals 1. Divide by 3 on both sides. These cancel, and so we end up with cosine of u equals positive 1/3. Okay. And we have to go ahead and start solving for our values of u. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind here. Number one, 1/3 is not on the unit circle, so we'll need to use our calculator to help us on this. And secondly, we're supposed to find the first 3 positive solutions, so not just 2 solutions that are between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. So we'll start by, do this up here, we'll do inverse cosine of 1/3 to find one of our values for u. Okay, so when I do that, I get 1.2, that's not a 2, Cody, that's a 3. 2310. And we'll again draw our little unit circle here, our little diagram. 1.230, well, we did inverse cosine of a positive 1/3. We know inverse cosine gives us answers in the first and the second quadrant. Since this is positive, that tells us we're getting an answer in the first quadrant. So 1.2310 is there. Let's also think about where else cosine is positive, and that is in the fourth quadrant. So we're working down here. And we know to find our angle there, we need to know our reference angle for our angle in the first quadrant, which in this case, because it's in the first quadrant, it'll just be the angle itself, so 1.2310. So it'll also be our reference angle down here in the fourth quadrant. We also know that here we're measuring off the horizontal axis there, and we're using 2 pi since we've made it all the way to the fourth quadrant. So to find this blue angle, then we have to go back 1.2310 radians, so we can do 2 pi minus that. When we do that, we end up with 5.0522. So that will be our second angle here. And now here we have 2 answers so far, but we were asked to find the first 3 positive solutions. Okay, notice that it says first 3, which tells us there's some sort of an order here, right? And it looks like from the way we've done things, 1.23010 was our first. So this angle here. And then we moved around the unit circle until we got to the fourth quadrant. And 5.500522, that was our second answer. So how are we going to get to the third one? Well, I think if we keep spinning around the circle, we'll end up back at the spot where 1.2310 is, and that would be another answer, right? And in fact, to get that answer, what we've done is we've gone a full rotation around from 1.2310. So what we can do to find that last answer is do 1.2310, add 2 pi to it. And when we do that, we end up with, it looks like 7.5142. And so that would be our third answer there. Okay. All right, so now we have 3 positive solutions, so we're done, right? We're done, right? No, the answer is no, right? Because recall that those were all values for u, right? We use those to solve for u. But we're not trying to solve for u here, we're trying to solve for a value of t. So we need to use this equality over here, the fact that u equals 2 times t, to solve, or to finish this off. So we could set up, in this case, we could set up 3 equations. So we'd have 2t equals 1.2310, 2t equals 5.0522, 2t equals 7.5142. And then we go through on each of these, divide both sides by 2. Okay. And when we do that, it looks like the values for t that we get are 0.6155, 2.5261, and 3.7571. Okay. And those would be our answers. So those would be our first 3 positive solutions. Okay. All right, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you for watching.